Yeah, it took me like 10 whole minutes, but I figured it out.
Oh, anything on this, right? Like all you have to do here is balanced even, right? You're just gonna point where the action is.
It's on autofocus. I don't need to mess with the
You don't.
focus.
It's gonna focus from where they're standing all the way out to there. So like all you got to do is like if the action's running over there, just get it over there. If the action's running out there, just get it over there. Just keep the action center frame.
Is this live frame? Is this live too, or is this?
This is live right now,
Cool.
but it won't be live till I key it on.
Okay.
So if something funky goes on, like I'll key it to the other camera. But yeah, so like when you're here, just center frame the action, right? Like no jerkiness, just like it's nice and smooth. Up, down. If you talk, this will get you out.
Yeah. Thank you.
But
All right.
this
Easy
will all
enough.
be good. You
Saw
don't,
enough
you don't have
music
to touch.
videos to know better.
Yeah, you don't have to touch anything on the
All right.
screen.
All right.
Anything. It's literally just
Good.
gonna be the handle.
You got it, bro.
Thanks, man.
Check. Check, check, hey, hey. It will still be like this. Check, check, hey, hey. Check, check, hey, 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 up. Hey, hey. Hey, check 1, 2. Sharpie, Sharpie. Check, check, hey, ho.
you're filming, when you look through a camera, you don't really anticipate how close motherfuckers are getting. You're gonna chill right here, and if it comes too close, you're gonna have to stop them, so that like Tavi don't get smashed, right? So just like chill, like here, and make sure he doesn't get run over.
Yeah, the main thing is that thing costs a shitload of money.
It's too short. I don't want him getting hurt. Actually, you know what? Stand on this side. The ads are over here. Yeah, I got
What are you, insurance under LLC?
Yeah, well, I got insurance for me. So like, there's like 10 grand. So just stand on this side. And if they hit the blue, just come down. Right? If they're barreling towards here, come down. Because you're gonna have to give them a good pop away from you. Don't punch. Like they might not be there. Like you're just gonna stop the light.
But it's not my match anyway, so.
Check. You good? Craig, check that one.
Check.
Check. It's weird that you can't hear yourself.
Yeah.
Check.
Check.
If we just keep going,
Just keep going.
it's strange not being able to hear yourself.
Can't hear myself.
Can you hear us well?
Hello.
How about
Hello.
now?
Can you hear us now?
Test 1 2.
Can you hear
Test
us now?
1 2.
Check.
Check. Talk
Check,
loudly.
check,
Is
check,
it better, louder?
check.
Better, louder.
Check.
More loud.
Louder.
More volume.
More volume.
Do more with less.
Huh? I can't hear you. What's that? Did I unplug this? All right, no, don't do that because everything should be ready to go.
The next one, I'm taking 3-week break, and I rode once this week.
And which shop did you go to? Where'd you go?
Michael Perry, it's a love machine in New York City.
Oh, okay. Been awesome. And how's work? Good? Nice. Yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, because I saw.
Away if I'm bummed up. Like, I see all the pictures, like, I stream, like, everyone's just, like, flying past now.
No, but there's so many new people. No, that's what I mean. So, like, if I'll miss like 3-4 days, I'm like, oh shit. And then I come in, it's like, it's the same usual, like John, Francis, and then all new people. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, it's not like everybody's here. Yeah, man. Catch up with you in a bit. Yeah, something like that. We'll see.
I'll be back this week after. I'm working the next 3 days, and I'll be back training.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
I've been waiting all morning for 3 power drinks to drink the kick, and it's just not kicking in. I got more. I know.
So do you still compete or?
Yeah, here and there.
Yes.
I did.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what'd you do?
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Balance and Flow Invitational, coming live from Mahwah, New Jersey, Gorilla BJJ Academy. First match coming up shortly at 155 pounds.
We've got TJ Salas out of Strategic Academy and Danny Fox out of UFC Farmingdale kicking off this inaugural event. This is the first of the Balance and Flow Invitational.
And this is no time limit, no decisions, no overtime, true sub only. And it definitely incentivizes the quicker man with the submission. So
Yeah,
you don't
correct.
want to reach that 20-minute mark. That 20-minute mark, then it's just bragging rights. You're not getting any cash, but you do within that 20 minutes, you're going to be going home with a couple $100.
I think that's what Wilson's going for, right, in promoting this. He's trying to create that incentive to finish these fights, to push the action, right? This grassroots operation, really bringing it up, getting guys to want to participate and want to push the pace, get to finish, as opposed to stalling out like we see so many times.
Right, absolutely. And that's head instructor and referee today, Mike Wilson of Gorilla BJJ Academy.
Yeah, we can also give a quick shout out to the sponsors while we wait. I mean, let's be honest, a grassroots operation trying to build something up. Without them, not a lot of this is possible. The first one to talk about, Beyond Steel, out of New York, New York. Beyond Steel's been involved, first of all, with concrete, also with construction experience in general, reinforced steel, project management. They've worked on buildings, everything from the 9/11 Trade Center Memorial to the One Vanderbilt and even the Brooklyn Bridge Rehab. So big stuff going on there. And I also hear the owner trains jiu-jitsu. So anytime there's an opportunity to promote a business where the owner or people involved with the business train, you definitely want to go ahead and promote that and push it as much as you can, obviously. You got Melina Odd Jobs and Moving. So if you're in the North Jersey area or the New York area, you need something moved, you need general assembly or just some heavy lifting in general. Again, locally owned business. These gentlemen can provide those services for you. And finally, Ignite CrossFit. I know they're local to the area as well. I believe they're located in Park Ridge, New Jersey. So catchphrase on the website, Become a Better You. They've got summer camps for kids. They've got camps for adults, whether you're just looking to get fit and in shape, or maybe you do jiu-jitsu and you want to supplement your training with a little bit of fitness, go up a weight class or two. Hit up those guys for your CrossFit needs. So a lot going on.
Absolutely. Also New York Hardcore Rash Guards. So we got the Judge Rash Guards coming soon. Already out there. Madball, Agnostic Front, Murphy's Law, Sheer Terror. Always the latest and greatest rash guards. And
those rash guards are sharp too. You're starting to see them everywhere, man. They're flashy. Even if you're not in the hardcore scene, like they are awesome looking. Same with the Balance and Flow ones that are coming out now.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous. Little red, white, and blue theme on the one hanging out in the lobby right now is nice. I'll probably pick it up before I go. Worth mentioning too, I got to do this from like a soft spot in my heart. I was doing some homework on Beyond Steel, right? One of the sponsors we have. That is a veteran-owned business. Not just veteran-owned business, yes, but a disabled veteran-owned business. So as a vet myself, props to them. Go support their services if you need anything done in this New York area.
Yes, and Beyond Steel, that's owned by a gentleman we'll be seeing in the second match from Gorilla BJJ, Kyle Balakitsis. And people are starting to funnel in here. Got the spectators coming in. Also, kudos to everyone working on the production, audio, video. The venue looks great. 12.
Yes, this academy is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yes. Second to none as far as layout, space. 12 matches today. A bunch of really stacked card. Some really good competitive matches, and we're going from really white belt away to brown belt.
Yeah, and definitely the talent on the card, especially for an inaugural event, really speaks to the talent in the local area, right? You've got Ryan Cottrell, competes a lot for you guys. Francis Cafredo, also a name that's out there all the time now. Alex Nemeth, I've seen him on Fight to Win go against Mateus Lutez as purple belt. That was an awesome match for Alex. Really a lot of guys. I was talking to Ryan Roth at a 10th Planet over in Allentown there, so definitely some talent coming out of the woodworks here. We got Wassam Salih from Gary Tonin's Jiu-Jitsu School. Gary Tonin, kind of an obscure name in the Jiu-Jitsu scene. I don't think a lot of people know Gary, but definitely an up-and-comer, somebody to look out for. Sam Vorby's on here. I'll be frank, I haven't seen any of Sam's matches, at least not that I'm aware of off the top of my head. But again, coming out of Dante Rivera, BJJ. Dante's been around the game forever. Definitely one of those OGs in terms of talent, ability, coaching, and a very successful school that he has built. So kudos to Dante if you're out there and you catch this.
Absolutely, a lot of matches I'm excited about. Besides Gorilla BJJ, obviously Ambush, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu represented pretty strongly today. That's, I believe, Matt DeVovery's academy out of Perth Amboy, New Jersey. So glad to see they were able to get a bunch of competitors for today. It's going to be an exciting day. Looking forward to getting things kicked off here shortly.
Yeah, correct. Do you want to talk a little bit more about the rule set too? Like we said, Wilson's really trying to create a dynamic environment where fighters are incentivized to go for the submission. So really, the only rules that are restrictive, say, are blue belt and under. There'll be no heel hooks, no slamming and spiking. And that's not to say that you can't double leg somebody with intent, but no harmful slamming in terms of like a Gianni Grippo recently getting spiked on the mat where we're jeopardizing the safety of the fighter. And then beyond that, blue belt and higher, you're heel hooking all day. You're going all in for anything you got. Everything is legal, again, with the exclusion of intentionally slamming or spiking.
No, absolutely, Mike. I think you hit the nail on the head. Again, this is sub-only, no time limit. And so here, let's just go over some of the rewards or incentives. So if you're able to submit your opponent in 10 minutes or less, you're going to go ahead and win $250. submit your opponent between 10 to 20 minutes and win $150. And now again, as I mentioned before, once you're after 20 minutes, you're not going to get cash. You'll definitely have the bragging rights. And there's also a couple incentives for fast sub of the night and fight of the night.
Man, after 20 minutes, I'm just passing out on the mat. It wouldn't matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, about to begin the first match of the day. TJ Salas at a Strategic Academy and Danny Fox at a UFC Farmingdale.
About to get started with the first match, white belt 155. To my right, we have from Strategic Academy, TJ Salas. And to my left, from UFC Farmingdale, Danny Fox.
All right, both fighters tying up now, looking for inside control. See some underhook looks, trying to get that inside tie. The arm drag there from Salas. No good.
Very active white belt competitors. These guys have been competing quite a bit on the local scene, so I anticipate a belt color change in the near future for both of them.
Good lift. Salas on his back now. He's got the hook. It looks like Fox is trying to address it.
Sal's dangerous from the guard.
See Danny Fox on the top looking for his angles. Trying to create good position. Doesn't just want to dive in on Salas. Like you said, he's got a good guard for him. Back on the ankle now.
Well,
and remember, there's no points, so these guys are perfectly comfortable being able to roll through positions in transition like this.
Salas.
There's the tap. The straight ankle.
And there we go. Danny Fox with the submission.
And if I'm not mistaken, Craig, that's full payout for inside of 10 minutes.
Absolutely. That was a quick one. Couldn't exactly catch the vantage point. Not sure if that was an ankle lock.
It looked like it was he was away from us, but it looked like a straight ankle lock. It would.
Next up, we got Kyle Valakichis and
Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson.
All right, and again, the incentive structure here with the format, Balance and Flow Invitational, means that Danny Fox is walking out with his full payday.
175. Here from Will today, Kyle Valakichis. And from Ambush, BJJ, Brandon Johnson.
All right, Brandon Johnson taking the mat now in the T-shirt. Jimmy stepping into ref, my brother Jimmy. Give Wilson a chance to ref or coach his boy. I'd be curious to know what the hourly rate of work is here if you finish your opponent that quickly. Brandon Johnson going under now, onto the leg. There's the straight knee bar on. No tap. He's rotating.
Trying to escape the knee bar.
Onto the ankle now. He could turn down and go belly down. Yeah, he rolls flat. I think Kyle's got a good angle, though. Now, if Brandon keeps rotating, Kyle might be in a bit of trouble there. He can kind of reestablish that lock. Remember, this is a blue belt match, so there is no heel hooks. All other leg locks are legal. It looked like it was pretty close there.
Nice.
Transition now, but the leg's not free.
Spin out.
Kyle now falling back.
50-50 position right now.
Brandon still do a good job of controlling that knee line.
Balakitz is hand fighting, making sure that Johnson's not able to stretch back on that leg.
Yeah, and he's got to be active here. Try to, again, there's no incentive to come up in points, but you have a good hand fight like that, be able to kind of reverse the position, give yourself an advantage, as opposed to both guys attacking their ankles constantly and consistently. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Belly down again for Johnson on that leg.
Yeah, Johnson would do himself a favor to posture his hips up higher here, create more space.
Valakit's able to get the leg free, turtle, but now Johnson is assuming the back. Doesn't have the hooks in.
Yeah, no, just one hook now. And sometimes that one hook can be real powerful, you know.
Yep, one hook and control of Balakitsis's right leg with the other foot. So he's able to get some degree of backpack control from there.
Yeah, Kyle's still okay, though. Brandon's controlling one side of the body. If you notice, he's got the left hook in, but he's also controlling the left shoulder. Now moving on to the neck. I don't know if it's under the chin. There's the tap.
And
Brandon Johnson with the rear naked choke. Tough match, competitive. Kyle with a bit of a limp. All right, our next bout at 165. We got John Ari and John Eck.
Okay, next up, 165-pound blue belt. We have first coming up here, John Enke from Tiger Schulman, Hoboken.
Wait on John Ari coming to the mat now. Jimmy again stepping up to ref this match, give Wilson a chance to coach his guys.
John Enke also with some ECF MMA experience as well out of Tiger Schulman, Hoboken. I expect this match to be pretty fast-paced. Ari in a position where he likes, trying for that knee cut.
Yeah, that knee cut's a staple across tag team.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's got great head position. He was down under the chin. But see, now he raises up. It gives John a chance to come kind of create space and start to work underneath. So Ari would do himself a favor. There he goes, coming across with the cross face now, trying to keep John flat. Now, anytime John's able to get up on his side here and be able to start to create frames, create space, it gives him the opportunity to rotate underneath John. So John's doing a good job keeping that head low, those hips high, driving in to prevent that. You see him fighting for the underhook, too. Even though he's only under the elbow, it's still helping.
Yeah, definitely want to fight for that underhook, try to get that cross face, flatten him out.
There's the underhook now. Deep, resets the head position.
Foot is still trapped, but he's definitely advancing good with that underhook under the left arm of Enke.
Yeah, but here he can kind of take his time clearing that foot, too. He's got great position.
He's really driving now, driving forward, trying to get some shoulder pressure on Enke is Ari.
Yeah, and one of the keys you see now is he's controlling the right arm of John. Right, Paul Schreiner talks about that a lot from the half guard position. In theory, you could essentially lay flat on that arm, the bottom side arm there, and just control it the way he is. And technically, your opponent shouldn't be able to come up on your back or anything because he needs that side of his body free in order to do that. So as important as the underhook is, that near side arm even more so. Now with the deep cross face and pressure onto the neck, again, just trying to free that leg.
Ari still working to free his right leg. Again, getting some shoulder pressure on Enke. Kind of hunkered in on the left shoulder of Enke, but again, leg still trapped. So Enke putting up a fight even though he's flat now.
Yeah, big part of this battle now is going to be that near side arm, that bottom arm that John's got. You see him now with the knee shield in tight on the hip. Should help him create some space. Both fighters active. Not a lot of action, it looks like, but it's a very technical battle on the inside for position right now. John's dropped the knee cut now. The knee's back on the mat. It's going to give John Enke a chance to get that knee shield back in. You can see, small detail, he's got his left leg underneath Ari's ankle there, right? So that presents, anytime he does that, it's going to give him the opportunity to start to elevate put his weight forward.
Yeah, not quite the lockdown, but again, a little scorpion hook, just something to try to elevate, disrupt this balance, perhaps elevate him.
Yeah.
Ari still working for the knee cut pass. Hand fighting, really a battle for position. Able to step back. Beautiful. Now trying to get situated inside control. Again, still doesn't have the position quite locked down, but...
Yeah, great job of Ari using that near side block on the hip to kind of establish the position, you know. It's a patience game at this point, right? Try to secure the position so that you don't lose it just like that. Now into the quarter guard.
Stuffed back in the quarter guard by Enki.
And now they kind of have to start reworking for everything they've already tried to earn, right? So, yes, the old saying of position before submission, sometimes it's important just to get there. You put all that energy into it, and for what if you don't secure it?
Yeah, back to where you started. Are you trying to control the right arm, Enki?
You know, and this match started at 2:12, so the first two matches went fairly quickly. They got the top payday. We're nearing that 10-minute mark. So money's on the line, folks.
No, still jockeying for position.
Already doing a good job of controlling that bottom arm. I think that has a lot to do with Enki's ability to create some offense here. Right back into the knee cut again. He's got to clear that hip. So one way he can do that too, Craig, is... Oh, here he goes, stepping over. Very nice. Very
Once
nice.
again able to step over. Assume side control.
So now what I'd like to see from Ari is a little bit of offense here. Start to capitalize on this position now. You can see him walking that hand patiently under the back of the head. Creating a lot of pressure there on the neck. John Enki with a frame in the hip and doing a good job of hiding that other arm. He's going to have to look to recover from bottom, though. There's no submissions available for him from this position. Very few, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
A small percentage. Only highlight reel stuff.
Ari shoveling the right hip of Enki, making it difficult for him to even attempt a recovery from here. But he was going to go north-south. He may still, trying to maybe lock down on the lower back area.
Yeah, you can see he's starting to isolate the left arm of John Enki now.
Back to the cross, a little bit of a cross face, at least control the right arm of Enki. Try to flatten him out again.
They are doing a good job of controlling elbows from this position.
Oh, he's got an arm. Not sure if he... No,
Arm again.
near Kimura grip.
You know, if I'm John Enki, too, this is where I'm going to expend my energy. Yes, this is a match with no time limit, so energy conservation is something you definitely have to think about. But if there's a time I'm going to expel energy, it's now.
Yeah. He's really got to get his frames established and try to recover something here, get on an offensive attack. Ari just really smothering him now with pressure, trying to get some control of that left arm. Not sure if he's thinking maybe Kimura, far side armbar.
Back again into that kind of quarter guard. Ari able to slide through. Another knee cut. Back on top. And this isn't actually easy for Ari either. I mean, Ari's expending some energy as well. He's constantly rotating, constantly having to fight through that quarter guard, constantly having to drive through. John doing a good job of staying active from the bottom. You hear Wilson call out 2 minutes left for that money. Knee on belly now. Another tag team staple. Really looking to isolate that far arm now.
Nice bite on the left arm of Enki. Posting a little bit in the throat area, making him uncomfortable. Step over.
Over. Nothing.
Armbar
Both men
attempt, nothing
pause.
there.
And back to the quarter. John Enki doing a good job again. You could see him trying to slip that left foot underneath, but he's got to use it. He's got to use that to create. So he tried to extend there, and it helped. But if you're going to put those small details in, you got to make them work for you.
So I think we're about 9 minutes into this match, back where we started. But again, it looks like a nice step over by John. Yes, He was able to get out of the half guard, back in the side control, and back to working on that left arm of Enki. Enki trying to recover the guard. Looks like he has the foot hooked now.
Less than a minute left for the full payday.
Enki expending a lot of energy trying to maintain this quarter guard. Trying to get back to half guard. Well, Ari
Another
once
high
able
step.
Step over. Quick little knee on belly. Back to going around the head. Oh, no, still trying to control the arms.
Yeah, Ari seems content to try to hold the, get control of the arms here and look for a submission that way. I don't wonder if he's not thinking about maybe trying something else at this point. You know, John Enki on bottom doing a good job of defending both and protecting his arms. Again, both fighters expending a lot of energy and time ticking off. Time is money in this format. Back to the knee on belly. Circling around to the north-south. Again, looking to pummel inside for control of the elbow.
Now a good knee on belly, pulling up on the neck of Enki, making that even more uncomfortable.
Yeah, John Enki doing a good job. Every time he transitions to knee on belly and starts to hunt for that arm, he's using his elbow to start to clear the knee as opposed to his hand, creating that opportunity for things that we all know, pulling up Kimura, armbar, things of that nature.
Exactly, just a little bait, get the knee on belly, get a reaction, go for an attack.
I think it's pretty high IQ for a blue belt. Remember, both these gentlemen are blue belts, kind of getting your feet wet in jiu-jitsu at that point. You know, just enough to be either dangerous or stupid when you're a blue belt, let's be honest. And both men displaying some pretty good technicalities here.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone on this card is a pretty sound competitor. So definitely, I mean, we had a white belt match, we have our blue belt matches, but these guys are really on the cusp of, getting to that next level, especially with how active they are.
Yeah, and Balance and Flow Invitational hopefully will grow to be one of those premier cards. But certainly a good opportunity for everybody in the area to not only make some money, but get some exposure, get your name out there, and get some pretty high-level competition under your belt.
Ari going north-south. Looks like he may have the left arm of Enki pinned under. Not sure if he has a grip on that. You'll see Ari wearing the Balance and Flow rash guard.
Yes, it's the one we were talking about earlier.
Yep, looking very stylish out there. Assumes a pretty dominant north-south position. Got the arm. I'm not sure if he's trying for a gift wrap. A little difficult to see from this vantage point. Back to knee on belly.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky to get that gift wrap from north-south. And John on bottom using a good job of keeping his elbows protected again. He's been doing a good job of that whole match. If you think about it, we're beyond 10 minutes now and still able to create decent frames and keep those arms close to his body and prevent them from being isolated.
Enki trying to invert, get those feet in front. Again, both men expending a lot of energy. Ari trying to maintain the position, Enki trying to recover. Back and forth battle here.
Again, back to the knee on belly, and you see John Enki on the bottom, again, using that elbow to address the knee. Now, he's got his left knee underneath Ari's bottom. He could be using that to, again, just create some offense, create some space, use that to push him forward, but he does not. Tight side control by Ari. There's a lot of pressure for a long time. Both men still very active for being well beyond 10 minutes in this match.
Ari keeping his head low as he tries to drive that right knee through for, again, another knee cut.
There's that buzzsaw knee coming right down the middle. And Enki's
still able to keep that hook in there.
able to do it again. Now see if he can generate any offense with this knee shield back in place. Now he's created a lot of space to work with. I don't know how much energy he has left. And again with the step over from Ari. Beautiful. Well timed every time. Yeah, John Enki's going to have to get that knee shield position working for him and prevent that step over. That's 3 or 4 times it's happened this match.
Ari once again shoveling the hip, getting real heavy now. But Enki tried to recover there, but once again Ari assumes side control. Let's see if he has some attacks from here.
Yeah, Craig, he keeps trying to lift when John Enke on bottom gets that ankle in for the quarter guard. He keeps trying to extend away. I don't wonder what would happen if he used it to try to elevate. You know, try to get Ari's hands on the floor and get under him to create some offense. Ari's doing a very good job of keeping the pressure, knee cutting through, high stepping over, and so it puts him back in the same position again and again. Very active hand fighting from both fighters as well.
15 minutes in, John. 15. You guys got 5 minutes. Finish on the line.
Again, Ari trying to use his head now. Drive that into Enke's head, give him even more pressure to get his knee free. See if that's successful here.
Yeah, look for him to slide down the length of the femur now, change the angle. He's going to use recruit the other foot there for some help to get that free. Oh, Enke able to recover it again.
Right arm, like he's trying to stuff like it's a NFL football there, but all for naught, back to where he was.
High step.
There you go.
Yeah, Ari's pressure is impressive, especially at the blue belt level. I don't know if he has any wrestling pedigree in his background, maybe in high school or middle school or something of that nature, but very good pressure on top, good movement, good timing.
Enke once again able to recover, able to scrape Ari's right leg.
Now he's
back
got
into quarter guard.
got two things here, Craig, he could use. He just lost the knee behind the butt, but that knee behind the butt in that position is so powerful to create offense in terms of moving your opponent's center of gravity up, getting their hands onto the mat, put you in a position where you can either wrestle up from the bottom, which is always nice, especially if you're old and you have bad knees, hint, hint, or, you know, to be able to get underneath. A lot of guys like to get on the legs nowadays, so creates opportunities for both avenues there.
Yeah, I think that's a, you know, Enke, when he gets back to that position, he should definitely be thinking either come up to try to get a single or maybe try to elevate, shoot up Ashigarami, but he definitely has to get something going while he's doing a great job in this match defensively. It just got to be weighing on him at this point, the energy expenditure here against Ari.
Yes.
Once again,
with the
Ari,
slips pass.
far side armbar attempt, but lost it. Probably getting a little slippery in there now, the sweat and everything else going.
Absolutely. Yeah, 15 minutes, I'd be drenched.
Crowd giving these guys a round of applause for their efforts here. Still going.
You know,
17 minutes in this match. So we ran through those first two, but this one is pushing the no time limit threshold, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, and you would think as both fighters get more and more fatigued, more and more tired too, the opportunity for mistakes becomes greater. The frequency, rather, I guess, for mistakes becomes greater, creating the opportunity for more submissions. But again, when both guys are tired, 15-plus minutes into a match, you know, who knows what they're keen to in terms of capturing something. I would like to see Ari start to headhunt more here. He keeps going after the arm and isolating the arm. Again, John Enke doing a great job on the bottom. This whole 15-minute match so far of defending it. I'd like to see Ari go to the neck and see if he can't create some offense from that position. I'll think of a Josh Hanger.
Ari trying to go for the Kimura, but again, Enke has a kind of a body lock-esque grip around Ari's back. Broken. Ari's still hunting for that left arm. Maybe thinking crossface to try to flatten him out. But I definitely agree with you, Mike. It may be time for Ari to try something else. He's had a lot of success passing with the knee cut and getting to dominant positions, but Enke's not presenting many submission opportunities for Ari as of yet.
No, he's doing a very good job defensively there. He's trying to keep the top leg in now for the high step. He's unable to. I will note, too, that Ari just did a great job of trying to lift that bottom leg. So anytime you're in that quarter guard, the half guard position, that top knee shield is in, doing a good job of holding you, keeping you away, keeping you at bay. A lot of guys, I've seen Lucas Lepre do this a lot. Reach down, pick that bottom knee, basically just lift it and reset the hips. What it does is changes the angle so that knee shield no longer in the hip bone. Now you're able to either recut through Toriando pass to some extent, high leg the way Ari has this whole match. Of course, his high leg is so well timed, he hasn't had a need to really do that. High-legging it again.
Ari continuing to work on that far side arm of Enke.
I like that he's on the head here, but again, he's trapping the arm. I'm curious to see where he's going to go with this. If I'm him at this point, especially being tired, give me the neck. I want the neck. You know, things are slippery, like you said. Jaws are grippable, right?
Yeah.
Like a big old handlebar hooked to your head.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ari maybe try a Doris or go for something else here. Enki, again, has to kind of pull something out of his back pocket here, try to get up, try to mount some offense. Ari back in a dominant north-south position. Looks like he's, again, struggling for Kimura grip. Enki with good defense.
Yeah, we'll look for John Enki on bottom, too. Oh, rolling up, unable to secure anything with his leg.
Oh.
Buggy choke. Nah, nothing. And again, when you're this fatigued, this long into a match, things like that are probably more and more difficult to attain.
Oh. Now 3/4 mount. So Ari nearly in the mount, but again, Enki able to keep his defense. And it looks like he's back to a half guard hook.
Another thing I'd like to see from bottom here on Enki is rolling under. Once he can get that arm free, maybe step under. Good step back by Ari. Resets the position now. Maybe he felt he was starting to lose it. Change the angle.
Shove on the hip, back to north-south.
Back to north-south.
Back to side control.
Ari's crossface work has been very effective this match as well. Back again to that knee on belly. That's got to suck the life out of you at this time in the match. And again to the knee shield and the knee cut.
And just pulling up the back of the head of Enki just makes that 10 times worse. More pressure on the core, and when you're exhausted, it's just draining. Once again, able to push down the knee, step over.
If you're just joining us again, this is the third match in the inaugural Balance and Flow Invitational Tournament. Sub-only, no time limit match. These guys have been going on now for greater than 20 minutes. This match at this point is just for bragging rights, but very, very active from both fighters. So, you know, kind of like Wilson said in the rules meeting, who cares how long this match goes? If both fighters aren't stalling, they're engaging, it's technical, let it ride. You know, good demonstration of jiu-jitsu, especially at the blue belt level. I'm finding it, you know, as this match goes longer and longer, it's not common you see two blue belts who can roll for damn near 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, these young guys got all the energy in the world.
Yeah,
but eventually gets to a point where where it's a war of attrition. You know, it's what man has more cardio, has more stamina left. Enki trying to work a Kimura. It looks like Ari has his, he has the inside of his thigh gripped up, preventing that arm from getting extended. So he's going to try to get heavy there.
He's also got that butterfly hook, and I'm curious to see what he does with that, if he actually uses it.
Yeah, Ari does have to watch his base here with that.
All right, talking to his coach. All right, don't talk back.
Ari able to free his arm.
And Craig, this might be the first time in the match that we don't see the quarter guard where a knee cut through to side control. Let's see if John Enki on the bottom gets him in, back to the quarter guard.
Oh, maybe.
Ari with good position on both arms. We're back to side control. Short-lived. Short-lived as it was.
Short-lived, that's the name of the game. Throw up some attacks. You've been on the defense for 20 minutes. Just try something to get out of that bad position.
Fires it again. John Enki trying to get that top knee in to create some space, but unable to again. Again, I would be curious to see John Enki on bottom when he sees that step over coming, right, the high leg coming. I wonder if he, instead of trying to bring the top knee over, maybe scoot away, create some space laterally. You know, people oftentimes forget we get so tunnel vision on particular moves or particular things that work for us, but jiu-jitsu is 3 dimensions. It's probably 4, and we're just not smart enough to figure out the 4th dimension, or maybe guys like Wilson know it. But, you know, for keeping in mind that you can always adjust the position by moving, physically moving your body and just changing the situation.
Yeah, maybe being a little bit more aggressive with a knee shield, foot in the hip, trying to get some space, maybe trying to go under or even come up.
Yeah, I'm looking for a big bridge from John Enki, but I think they're just too tired at this point. He's rolling up.
Enki rolling up.
Legs under. I don't know if it's an good transition from John Enki. And now John on top for the first time in this match.
Enki for the first time on top in this match. Ari trying to get a vicious frame in there, but still locked down in side control for now.
Now the question is, how much does John Enke have left in his gas tank in this position? And what does Ari have on bottom?
I think at least maybe 1 time or 10 times in our lives in tournaments we've been in Enke's position. He's probably wants to catch his breath for a moment, I would assume. But now he's on a leg. He's got Ashi. He's trying to go for the straight ankle lock.
Drops him, rolls into the lock.
Ari able
doing a
to
good
sit
job
out.
of hopping over that bottom leg.
Wow, a nice little scramble there. Enke was going for the straight ankle lock. Ari was able to push down the other leg, sit out, and get out of there, and get back up to side control. So,
yep.
We're back in at... We're about 25 minutes into this match. So these guys just must be gassing right now. But again, we're still seeing some good attacks. So this is not over yet. Sub only.
Yeah, not by a long shot. Both guys demonstrating their conditioning, their cardio, and again, being technical. For blue belts that maintain this level of technique, 25 minutes in, I would have tapped a lack of oxygen, let alone. And that's a testament to their conditioning, not mine. John Enke looking for this buggy choke again. Now, I want to see Ari take his time in these positions now, in these transitions. But again, 25 minutes in, all bets are off. Both men probably exhausted. Kick away. Ari to his feet now. So what can John Enke get going on bottom here? How active can you be 25 minutes into this match? Ari going to his tried and true step over, back into side control position. Excellent display of conditioning from both men.
Ari once again trying to attack that left arm. Seems he's really hunting that Kimura, which he has been for quite some time. Either Kimura or far side armbar, but again, no luck so far in really locking that up, even for a potential submission. So we'll see if Ari decides to kind of switch up the game plan here, but at least for now, still hunting that arm.
Yeah, and Craig, props to the crowd as well. I don't know if the audience listening on YouTube or anybody who goes back and listens to this recording can actually hear it or not, but the crowd in total support of these two young men, encouraging them, cheering for them, gratifying big exchanges. This is a room, you go to some tournaments nowadays, it's a lot about drama. You get all the, personal discord between groups or whatever. But this, I think as a whole, even though half this room's going to compete against each other tonight, this room in total accord in that they're here to support jiu-jitsu. They're here to support good jiu-jitsu, right, in this grassroots balance and flow invitational. So props to them.
Yep, and the spectators just continuing to roll in here. So great attendance for this first annual Balance and Flow Invitational.
Yeah, this place is packed.
Ari has that Kimura grip on Enke's left arm, but not able to get any extension on it. I would also like to mention, even though while this is the first Balance and Flow Invitational, Professor Mike Wilson, previously had Ultimate Submission Grappling,
yes,
and some other sub-only tournaments, in the North New Jersey area.
Yes, certainly no stranger to promotion, and a great tournament that was.
Always excellent competitors. Unfortunately, we all kind of lost a year of tournaments and BJJ action with COVID, but glad to see things are back and in full swing, and such a stacked card. But we are still in this battle. John Ari, Gorilla BJJ against John Enke, Tiger Schulman, Hoboken. Let me just check my watch. We're at 28 minutes. So
Craig, I'm going to be honest, I can't even count that high.
Yeah, definitely not in jiu-jitsu minutes.
No,
28 minutes is a lifetime in a tournament. 5 minutes in a points tournament is a lifetime. Sub-only 28 minutes. Oof.
Again with that knee on belly. Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, both guys demonstrating tremendous heart. Enke from the bottom, just continuing to fight, not give up his arms, not give up his neck. John Ari maybe attempting a north-south. I'm not sure if he has the arm in there.
It's on the neck. But again, he's reaching behind the inside of the tricep there. I'm curious to see, again, what would happen if he started hunting the neck 28 minutes in.
Yeah, looks like he has the finger tips in the armpit. That makes him uncomfortable. No, Enki able to get the arm free. Ari just continually trying to arm hunt. Back to knee on belly. Enki doing a good job of staying on his side, not getting flattened out, but now back to his back. Officially 30 minutes into this match. The crowd giving both of these gentlemen a round of applause.
Right. Now this, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is for bragging rights only at this point under this format, right?
This is bragging rights only as of now. Once you're past 20 minutes, there is no longer any money involved. But again, you definitely want to go home feeling good with that W if you can.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think either of these guys are going home feeling good at this point. not for not having good technique or for working hard, but just for being exhausted.
Yeah, that is true. But their instructors are definitely seeing a lot of heart, a lot of toughness.
Yeah, and for 2 blue belts, this is a ton to build upon. I mean, you could go back to the laboratory with information from this and really start to build your game from there, you know?
Yep.
Put it to good use, emphasize your strong points, figure out how to make them stronger, develop your weaknesses. At the end of the day, that's what this is all about anyway, right? It's partly why we compete.
Yeah, you get a check to see where you're at, what you like to do, what you need to work on, your cardio, your technique, everything.
John Enke starting to work his way up, using that knee shield. Quarter guard position. We've seen again, he uses the ankle to extend. Again, I've said it 3 or 4 times. I'd be curious to see what he does with an elevation from that position instead. Ari with the knee shield beat. Henke, a good job stepping over now. So Ari needs to do a good job here, good head position, and keep Henke from using that to be able to rotate underneath him or get his hips to the mat.
Yeah, for a minute there I thought Enki was going to be able to elevate into the honey hole or something, but again, Ari able to stay heavy.
Yeah, he had a good entry on that. He finally timed the high leg over, but wasn't able to capitalize at this point. Now you can see Ari with the knee lines already escaped vertically. He should be well clear here.
Yeah, he might have finally heard you over here, Mike. 30 minutes in, let's try something different because, unfortunately, Ari's plan of just continuing to work that knee cut pass and step back has been working. Not to a sub, but just keeping Enki on the bottom.
I'll make him a deal. I'll make Ari a deal. I'll start speaking louder and, incognito give him advice as long as he gives me that sweet balance and flow rash guard after so I don't have to buy one. Actually, I don't want his. It's probably drenched at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely not that one.
But again, both fighters remain active more than 30 minutes into this match, and that's what we talked about in the rules meeting. It's okay that there's no time limits. This is where jiu-jitsu comes down. It's two equally talented individuals, 2 guys that have trained hard for this, and they're neutral. That's fine. They're equal right now. So as long as they're both active and showcasing good jiu-jitsu, the time limit's not really a factor, at least not for the audience watching.
Yeah, and as the time just continues to elapse, it becomes more and more a test of conditioning. Have you been doing your shark tanks and your training, your side control escapes, your mount escapes when you have to dig deep, when you have nothing left. And you can these guys tell back on their feet. It's just unbelievable.
You can tell both men are fatigued. They're standing very, very vertically, but the hand fight started right away. John Ari with a beautiful takedown.
Ari with a nice takedown. Oh, it looks like a rubber guard maybe from Enki. Threw over the left leg. I think he has that grip with the right hand. Yep, he is breaking Ari's posture. Maybe trying for a wrist lock or a omoplata, Kimura type attempt. Nope. Ari able to roll out. Keep that right arm safe.
Yeah, this is where John Enke's been for the majority of the match, and this is where he has to show us what he has. He's got to show other tools in the box. What he's been doing for 30 minutes isn't really stopping Ari on top coming through here. So another high leg. John Enke times it for the second time, settles Ari back. Both men back to their feet at this point. Inside tie begins.
Double inside collar tie by Enke.
Enki looking for that, look like that plum, the tie plum on the back of the head. I've seen more and more guys doing that now in the no-gi world when they're on their feet. A lot of guys coming out of Atos, it looks like, doing that. Ari with a beautiful setup into an inside trip, but again, finds himself in that quasi-rubber guard with the arm isolated. John Enki looking to put that wrist in the hip, but Ari able to pull away. Both men are drenched at this point. It's going to be hard to secure a limb that way. That's why I keep suggesting the neck to you, but I'm biased. I like necks. Ari times that step over yet again.
Yeah. Enki absolutely playing to the rule set. If this was a points tournament, he would be down very significantly, but that does not matter here. It's sub only. So. Again, I have to agree with him, Mike. I would at least be trying to put some pressure on Enki's head and neck. You got to figure he's already low on oxygen now. Just more of a squeeze, crunch, shoulder pressure. But Enki's still keeping, some semblance of frames during this whole time. Being very tenacious with trying to keep his hands on the inside of Ari. Oh, he recognizes the step back by Ari.
Enki able to roll
come
through
up,
and come up.
control on the right leg. Nice defense on that step back attempt by Ari. Enki
looking for the leg entanglement.
On the spin through again.
Nice insertion. Now he's got to sit Ari back on his hips, and Ari still has the hand free. Again, both men are postured. He's got the foot behind him. I don't know that John Enki's going to be able to do it.
Yep, looks like Enki was jockeying to try to get that left leg in for inside leg control.
John Enki with an opportunity to roll underneath. Ari's posture is very high. As he sits to the mat. He's got great depth on that knee. And you can see Enki's all the way deep on the hip, so he's in good position. It's can he capitalize on this and make it work? We're 35-plus minutes into this match now, or thereabouts. I don't know that he's got the energy to do it. Ari doing a great job of hand fighting from the top.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth, doing a great job making sure that Enki's not able to create space away from him. So still hand fighting. Ari trying to pry away that top leg of Enki. Yeah, at this point, it doesn't look like Enki has anything at this current moment.
No, I don't think he has anything threatening. But one thing he does have with the inside position like this is both of his ankles are hidden from Ari. So if he's able to keep them there and actually isolate and use this leg, he's in good position to finish without being threatened himself. That said, their backs are to us, and I can't see all the detail of what's going on for the hand fight, but both men are actively hand fighting. Enki recruiting that left leg now of Ari.
And at the very least, able to get a little oxygen after Ari was on top for the vast majority of this match. So Enki's still fighting through all of that. It just, this is, again, a tremendous match. Crowd is definitely appreciative of what they're seeing here, the display of heart and energy. And again, this is only the third match out of 12 here today for Balance and Flow Invitational.
But again, and I have to be I shouldn't say again, but I have to be self-critiquing, Craig, because it's easy for me to sit here and commentate and say what I think I would do or what I'm seeing happening. It's a whole other thing when you've been on that mat for more than 35 minutes with no water break, with no no breath, and you've been in knee on belly for portions of it. I don't know. I always think that when I watch some of the the broadcasts that we see out there when you're watching jiu-jitsu and somebody says, "Oh, I would do X, Y, Z," and it's like, really, 30 minutes in, would you?
No matter what your ranking is, I would say with every number of X minutes, your level's going down. That's even if you have tremendous jiu-jitsu, your cardio, your conditioning has to be top-notch to compete, especially in today's environment.
Absolutely.
And I was just informed that we're now 38 minutes into this match.
John Enki now on an arm.
Enki could be taking the back.
Arm is
yes,
isolated.
He has the arm. Can he extend Ari's head?
Ari needs to get very heavy here. The arm is sent. There's the submission. John Enki.
Enki able to pull it out with the arm bar. 38 minutes in.
What a great finish from John. That was a great match by both gentlemen. John Ari and John Enki, ladies and gentlemen. Gorilla BJJ and Tiger Schulman, Hoboken, respectively.
Before we announce the next match, let's give it up for both of those guys. That was unbelievable.
Tremendous showing of respect from the crowd.
And next up, blue belt 155. And of Enzo Gracie Warwick, Liam Heslin. And Gary Tony Jiu-Jitsu, Wissam Soleil.
All right, Liam Heslin out of Henzo Gracie Warwick coming to the mat now for this 155-pound match with Wessam Saleh from Gary Tonin Jiu-Jitsu. Both fighters begin standing.
Now, both of these gentlemen recently promoted the blue belt, very active competitors in the local scene. Saleh was actually at Men of War a few weeks ago. Saleh trying for that arm bar.
Liam looking for double unders now for the stack pass right on the edge of the mat. It's possible that the referee stops them just because they're close to all the equipment as they start to circle back to the middle. Liam committed to the double underhooks at this point using good pressure, but Wessam's hips are still pretty much on the mat. He's doing a good job of keeping his knees far apart too to, relieve some of that pressure. A little rush pass there from Liam.
Yep, and a reset in the middle.
Reset.
Chris Sodbano in the corner coaching Wissam Saleh from Gary Tonin, brown belt from Gary Tonin Jiu-Jitsu.
Again, they're going for the 5-finger grips there from stand-up. Almost looking for that mercy game to try to set up a takedown. Liam leading with his head.
As a quick funny side note, Saleh's victory at Men of War, he was able to secure the rear naked choke after his opponent had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction with his shorts. Eh? A win is a win. Oh, again, Saleh. Oh,
wow. Both fighters very active.
Yeah, Saleh was throwing up the kitchen sink there. Almost had a back take to an arm bar. Slammed down in the full guard. A little bit of a nosebleed here for Saleh. Nothing serious, just clearing that up.
Yeah, both fighters receiving a warning for a slam. It kind of looked like it was in a scramble to me. I wouldn't call it outright intentional, but...
Yeah, I would agree. It was kind of a scramble slash submission slash guard attempt. Not necessarily a slam, but again, we'll reset here in just a moment once this nosebleed has been put to bed.
That's just... To this point, both men very active again and engaged. Remember, this money's back on the line. We're inside of 10 minutes in this match. Both guys want to get paid, so there's a strong incentive to pursue that submission.
Yeah, both competitors want this match to resume as quickly as possible, but anyone who's, when you get those periodic nosebleeds during training, they can be a pain. Want to make sure to get that resolved just so we don't have an issue with blood on the mats and things like that.
Yeah, blood's gross. Unless you're BJ Penn, and then you love it. All right, both gentlemen back to the mat.
About ready to resume here.
Little sign of respect between the two. I like it. Back to the action.
Yep, and so far this has been a pretty fast-paced match. Oh.
Wissam looks for the pull off the collar tie. No dice, back to the feet. Yeah, I want to see more fighting from inside tie here. There's the throw. Nothing.
Oh.
Scramble ensues.
Heslin was chasing the back, but unable to get it. Both gentlemen back to their feet.
Both gentlemen working at a frenetic pace. I don't know. I'm trying to use bigger words. Good head position.
We've seen Saleh a couple times try to put that foot in the hip, either shoot up an arm bar or try to get to full guard. Be interesting to see what Heslin tries to attempt here from the feet as well.
Yeah, Liam just had great head position. I mean, any wrestler 101 will tell you that if you can get your head on the chest like that, you've cleared the head, you've cleared the hands, and you're close enough to join the hips. So you've basically secured a takedown at that point Just not able to maximize the space on the mat and finish it off. But great head position. We'll see if he does it again.
Oh, Soleil trying for that. Oh, nice trip. Haslam trying for a guillotine.
Liam on ahead now.
He's caught up in a little half guard. He is fighting for the head.
Liam's deep under the head. I think he's under the chin, and he abandons it.
He had the one hand there, wasn't able to lock it up. Got caught in a little bit of half guard there. So now we'll see. Soleil being very aggressive with his legs. Back up to the feet.
You know, Craig, you got to ask yourself, too. I mean, what's the trade-off for the exchanges on the feet, right? Like, let's not kid ourselves. I wrestled a long time. Wrestling takes a lot of energy, you know, but there's no incentive here for that. So, although I'm partial to wrestlers, and I would certainly want to wrestle off the feet, you have to ask yourself a few minutes into this match, especially at the pace they're working, is it worth the energy exchange?
Yeah, you know, you have to think of the strategy that, you know, both of these gentlemen had coming into this. If they saw, you know, maybe perhaps an opportunity to do something standing as opposed to just sitting and pulling guard and working from the butt. But Haslam again trying that guillotine.
I like the way Wessam just came up there. It showed how explosive he is off of his back. He could easily wrestle up from that seated position. Exposed his neck a little bit. They're back to an exchange. Collar tie, inside tie from Wessam. That trip again, he's been successful with that. Keeps throwing various trips out there, out of space, back to the middle.
Soleil being instructed to pull guard. So again, Mike, what you're saying coming to fruition, maybe stop spending so much energy on the feet. Let's get down to potential submissions.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, you need to know the rule sets of the match. Great transition onto the legs. You need to know the rule set in the event you're competing in and ask yourself those questions before you start, right?
So the leg of Soleil on the hip of Haslam. Haslam does have a potential to kind of get an omoplata there, but again, good defense by Soleil, hunkering in. Toe hold attempt by Haslam. Wow, able to sit through by Soleil. Very nice.
Circle through. Back to the feet again. Now in a front headlock position. Again, looking for the trip is Wessam.
Yeah, gripped up on the head, trying for a leg trip. Reset back to the middle.
Both fighters very active in this match. Wessam sits to the butterflies, very active with those hooks, trying to get underneath. He hasn't had success getting underneath yet necessarily, but at least he's very active with the hand fight and the hooks from the seated position.
No, and continually changing the ankles, giving Haslam different looks, trying for different entries. Now Haslam sitting to regroup for a minute. Back to standing.
Both men breathing heavy. You know, again, they're working at a very fast pace here, so again, I'm curious to see energy reserve-wise. But we just saw a 35-plus minute match, so you never know. Liam allowing Wessam to sit up now, starting to attack the head as he dives in.
Nice pass by Soleil. Careful not to expose his back. Nice grip around the head. Get a little pressure there.
Good transition. Very well timed.
Transition to the mount. Now trying to sit through.
Yep.
Trying to go for that arm bar.
That's it. There's the arm bar.
Soleil on the arm.
Liam fights free.
Wow. Wow.
Very nice.
Tremendous exchange right there by both competitors.
Wessam in on the leg now. Yeah, just as a reminder, this is a blue belt match, so all leg locks are legal except for the heel hook. Running out of space as they enter the blue. Reset back in the middle.
A round of applause for both competitors from the crowd. Very entertaining match here. Match number 4 on the schedule here.
Ooh. All right, we have Liam dropped a little heavy there, maybe knocked the wind out of Wessam, wasn't suspecting it.
Match now set to resume.
Liam looking for the mount position. Wesson rolls up, looking to throw legs in, unable. Starts to protect the neck, getting his elbows in.
Heslin in a high mount here.
But Craig, you notice that he is under the elbows. His hips are under the elbows here. He's got an arm isolated, so he's in a good position to work. Wesson doing a good job protecting his neck on the bottom. His elbows are high. I'm curious to see what Liam can do with that.
Yeah, a little bridge by Soleil just to try to disrupt the base and balance of Heslin as, again, his arms are a little bit vulnerable in that high mount.
Yeah, important to know, too, Liam's ankles are crossed underneath of Wesson's hips. That's going to make it real difficult for him to fight through and get out here.
Absolutely the worst. Anytime you're in that position, very, very tough to get out of it.
Yeah,
Soleil able to get his legs in the mix.
God, it must be nice to be young and flexible.
Young and 155 pounds.
Yes, in on that leg now.
Soleil
on the ankle lock.
Ashi with the ankle lock.
The straight ankle lock is legal.
Again.
Yeah.
Wow, Heslin
Ankle's
able to
free.
slip the foot. Great defense by both competitors. Great attacks, great defense, very entertaining match.
Very entertaining.
Not sure how many minutes we're in here, but again, the past two matches we have seen a little bit lengthier. Heslin looking to be working perhaps a guillotine. He's now mounted, not sure from this. Oh, he was able to secure it. Liam Heslin, Henzo Gracie Warwick with the win.
Again, at Blue Belt, another phenomenal technical match. Great showing of respect from the crowd as well. This is a real positive room.
Yep. Yeah, no problem.
All right, after that match, doing a little bit of a cosmetic cleanup, getting the blood off the mat. Not ever something that we want to see in the sport, but just happens, is what it is. I don't know. Maybe we do want to see it from time to time. It's good for you. Again, this is the inaugural Bounce and Flow Invitational. I want to throw another shout out to the sponsors, Beyond Steel. I'll pause as we introduce these guys.
Blue belt 240 plus. Right, we're looking to Jordan Wilhelm. Ryan Roth.
All right, 240 plus now. The big boys taking the mat. This is another blue belt match.
Yeah, Ryan Roth at a 10th Planet Allentown, of course, headed up by John Thor Blank.
Who's that? Nah, I'm just kidding. All respect. What an incredible athlete, especially from our area.
Yeah,
Fun to follow.
If you didn't know him before ADCC, you definitely know him now. Was able to make a name for himself. Ryan Roth, former bodybuilder.
Nice snap down there.
Both of these guys, blue belt. I have the pleasure of rolling with Jordan a few times a week here at Gorilla. Always a very painful experience. Looks like Roth a little bit of a scarf hold almost.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he's going to try to do with this. That was a great snap down from Ryan Roth, though.
But Wilhelm able to frame in his face, kind of make him uncomfortable. Doesn't look like Roth's really getting the pressure he needs on kind of the chest, sternum area. Just really kind of almost a headlock.
Yeah, he does have the arm isolated now on the inside. It's hard to see from this angle, but he's pushing it underneath of his bottom leg. You can see it trapped there.
He does have it trapped with his legs.
He's got to watch losing his back here, though.
Yes, he is exposing his back quite a bit.
This is a very strong man position, but I certainly wouldn't want to be in it. But I don't know how effective it's going to be to generate any more offense other than discomfort.
Yeah. Yep, I think Jordan should try to frame, get on his side, try to start creeping towards the back. Doesn't want to lay flat like that. Does need to get moving.
Yeah, if I'm Jordan, exactly. I want to create that frame, start to create that back exposure, like his coach is saying, and walk into this. I'm dropping that left hand to the hip, and I'm getting up to my knees now if I'm Jordan. There's the transition.
Able to reverse the position, escape the headlock, get into side control.
Yeah, you hear this crowd go nuts. That's that's awesome. That's just awesome.
You can tell Jordan has quite a few teammates, friends, family here at Gorilla BJJ in Mahwah.
And these are the big boys, so I'm curious in a no time limit match, should this thing get into deep water? Good transition into the mount now by Jordan.
Jordan in the mount.
Ryan looked a little slow there to rotate. I don't know how much energy he used on that headlock and that scarf hold.
He's got his hands in the hips, making sure that Wilhelm can't get too high up. I'm able to stuff him into half guard. Nice by Roth. He does want to try to get on his right hip. Maybe start working an underhook. Get out of there. He's still flat. Wilhelm putting a lot of pressure on Roth's head and arms right there, just draping himself across, keeping flat.
Yeah, Jordan, Ryan on bottom's got good frames. Jordan right now not securing the head and the arm to create control as Ryan looks to go underneath and starts attacking the leg. That's a large man to be on a leg. Yep. Transition, sits him to the mat. He's on the ankle. Begins to roll. He's on his side. I don't think he's on the Achilles, though. If you look at the position of the arm, it looks like the foot's pretty far out.
You can't tell if he has double outside ashi from this point, or Jordan trying to separate, make sure that left leg of Roth can't pinch down. So even though Roth is going belly down, he doesn't have the knee pinch that he needs. Now it looks like Wilhelm may have his foot on the floor. Oh, he was able to get it. Thought Wilhelm was going to be able to put his foot to the floor, but Roth was able to execute the ankle lock for the victory.
Great show of sportsmanship from both men. Ryan here with his son today. I'm sure his son's stoked to see that. Good match from both gentlemen.
Next up, 200 pounds to my left, we have Alex Nemeth from Strategic Academy. To my right, Anthony Malaguti from the University of Oregon.
Anthony Malaguti stepping up short notice as a blue belt to take on Alex Nemeth here in this 200-pound match. Alex, of course, no stranger to the local scene and competition. He's fought at some pretty high levels.
Yeah, this is a match that I definitely had my eye on once I saw the schedule released.
Definitely.
Nemeth, a brown belt out of Strategic. You name the rule set, you name the tournament. He's probably done it. Men of War, fight to win.
That arm is deep already
gi,
and
no
isolated.
Gi. Malaguti only a blue belt, but used to and accustomed to going against higher level competition. Actually saw him in a good fight tournament in Carlstadt, New Jersey.
Okay.
Wreak havoc on the brown and black belt division. So he's definitely a beast.
No stranger to this.
No stranger to this. Played football at Villanova. So I definitely expect a lot of strength and athleticism from both of these competitors. This is going to be an interesting one to watch.
I typically see Alex on his back and working off of his back. He's got a very strong game from his guard. I'm curious to see what he can do from top in this position. Anthony doing a good job with that knee shield to use space, create space.
Absolutely gripped up, trying to get a sweep there. Nemeth able to reestablish his base.
Anthony hunting the far shoulder now as he looks to transition up.
Nemeth in on that left leg of Malaguti. Looks like he's trying to go for an ankle lock here.
Now, Alex a brown belt, but this is a blue belt match, blue belt rules because of Anthony. So he's only looking for straight leg locks here. The ankle pops out. Poor choice of words on my part.
I've been in the 50-50 position here.
Yeah, you hear Alex's coach calling for 80-20. He's looking to rotate his hips a little more. There's the tap. Again, a good show of sportsmanship from both men. What you want to see at a tournament like this. No garbage, no BS. We're all here for the same reason. Great showing from Alex Nemeth. Coming out of COVID and back into the competition scene. Congratulations.
Next up, blue belt 175. From Bones, BJJ, Anthony Williams. And at Baritone Jiu-Jitsu, Benjamin Martinez.
And Craig, so far, all these matches but one ending inside of 10 minutes. That's pretty awesome. I think it shows the value of the format that Wilson's put together for everybody.
Yeah, Mike. Not only the value of the format, but both the strategy as well. Of the competitors realizing they're going to go in there and hunt the submissions quick. They want the money. They put in the work. Let's try to get some cash.
Yeah, who doesn't want to get paid? How much are we getting paid? I got a Red Bull. I'm good.
Yeah. Anthony Williams out of Bones BJJ, been very active in IBJJF tournaments. Was able to see some great displays from him there in the IBJJF tournaments, both from the feet, takedowns, good fundamentals. Interesting to see what happens here with both of these competitors.
Yeah, Martinez sitting to the guard, very active out of the beginning. You notice the hand fights, the first thing I noticed from him, and then he's looking for that shin to shin. An excellent way to control the distance and the space.
Yep. He's got that right shin right in front of the left leg of Williams, perhaps trying to elevate, enter in the legs.
2-on-1 now from Martinez on the bottom, using his feet to create the space and hold the distance. Doesn't like what he sees. Williams looking to pop the feet up. He's trying to get Martinez onto his back.
Nice
a beautiful cartwheel pass.
North-south. Hugging the hip, now into the lower back, assuming a dominant position against Martinez.
What's it like to be young and athletic? Tell me again. Beautiful pass.
Yeah, cartwheel passing is not in my forte.
Williams now with the body lock position, trying to really establish, I think, take his time.
Yeah,
fight these long posts to get in on Martinez, now settling into the north-south. But he's got the body lock. I mean, he's going to have to abandon that to transition to something, make some offense from north-south.
But in the meantime, making Martinez very uncomfortable, just draping his upper body right on the face of Martinez from north-south as he maintains that strong body lock on the lower back of Martinez. So Williams in a very controlling position here, but to Mike's point, going to have to eventually open up and try some submission attempts.
Yes, but he did it very smartly. You saw him start to walk the grips up north towards Martinez's head, right? That allows us that exposure of the elbow here. So now he's kind of behind the head. Now Martinez on bottom, of course, making good frames, starting to create some offense back. But he didn't just abandon the body lock and go for the neck. He slowly worked his way up, a little more calculated. Williams now on the neck. Fighting for wrist control on the inside.
Oh, he may have a...
Now, we are in the first 10 minutes of this match, so if there's a sub, again, just to emphasize it, both gentlemen, well, the winner, of course, getting paid the full amount.
Kind of a north-south guillotine, almost a baseball bat at sometimes.
Yeah, I say this jokingly, but he's choking the wrong side of the neck. And both fighters separate now. Martinez sits out. Williams to his feet.
Martinez comfortable with sitting for now. See if Martinez can attempt some offense here, perhaps a sweep or an attack on the legs from the bottom.
Yeah, Martinez very active. I mean, if you're going to sit and scoot, it's key. You've got to be active from that position. You've got to be hand fighting, looking for your openings. He's doing a very good job at doing that. Williams going for the double unders.
Williams
tight
stacked
pressure.
them, double unders, able to come
Circles.
across. Back to the body lock. Tremendous pressure from Williams.
Inadvertent stomp. Couldn't see exactly where his foot landed, but both men stopping together. Good sportsmanship yet again from both athletes. Martinez now looking to establish frames from the bottom.
Williams trying to crunch Martinez up onto his right hip.
Yeah, again, Craig, we haven't seen too many submission attempts in this. This match in particular seems like it's been a battle for positions and controlling a space. So the clock's ticking in terms of the format of the tournament. Martinez now rolling to isolate the leg. He's looking for that straight knee bar as he stands. There it is. I don't know if he's got enough to get it.
And Williams has that foot on the floor.
Now the leg is still isolated as they sit back to the mat.
Williams continuing to roll, change the direction on that knee. Williams trying to use his free leg to pry his left leg back.
The knee looks like it's starting to be free. I can't tell how deep it is. Both men near the edge of the mat now. Referee's going to let it go. They abandon, and they'll restart in the middle. Now, Wilson said that in the rules meeting. If you're trying to roll out of bounds, he's just going to restart you in the same position and then be right in the center of the mat, so it's no escape that way. That was a very nice entry. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Craig. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Absolutely. You saw a good attack on the legs there. I was just going to say Anthony Williams from Bones, BJJ. Bones, BJJ headed up by Devontae Johnson, Unity Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Beautiful double leg by Williams. Devontae would have loved that one.
Williams once again disengages, doesn't like the look he sees there. Comfortable to reset back on the feet, try for a different angle here now.
Martinez again coming in with that shin to shin, looks to isolate the leg and pull underneath. But Williams doing a great job. This is something that I try to do at least when I'm rolling, but anytime you get somebody hunting under like that, I want to isolate that head and that shoulder. It prevents them from getting underneath of you, being able to turn under. It's not to say he still doesn't have the leg exposed, but Williams able to rip away.
Williams dives in. Martinez has his butterfly hooks in. See if he can do something here.
Williams looking for different avenues to get Martinez's back on the mat so he can start to generate some passing.
Oh. Martinez able to get in on that right leg, but nothing quite yet. Williams able to post on that leg, make sure he can't get any kind of leg entanglement.
Yeah, Williams doing a good job of denying Martinez every time he gets in. Martinez is doing a good job of getting underneath, but he doesn't seem to be able to secure the position yet, really lock it in. Williams able to use his athleticism, turn away. Martinez deep on that knee now, straight knee bar. Williams looks relaxed. His leg is still isolated.
Leg is isolated, but again, Martinez doesn't have the angle he needs on that knee bar, and Williams trying to pry his leg free by kicking the right leg of Martinez. Martinez still on the leg, doesn't have quite the best bite any longer, but Again, and keep in mind, these guys are blue belts. I mean, this is just tremendous back and forth work, both attempts and defense.
Yeah, agreed. We've seen a lot of that tonight from these guys. Williams rolling
trying to
under.
invert. Again, Martinez backing on the leg, backing on that knee bar. Williams rolling, trying to put weight on it, spins. There's the top. And Martinez was able to secure the knee bar. Didn't have the best vantage point here. Was right by the table, almost out of bounds. But again, Benjamin Martinez able to execute the knee bar.
Yeah, definitely a nice job, Martinez. Williams went underneath, and Martinez took advantage of the space he left with the leg and jumped right on it.
All right, back to the big boys, blue belt, 240 plus. Out of Gorilla BJJ, Ryan Cottrell. And from Brian Fury BJJ, Chad Viking, Oakland.
All right, yet another match finished inside of 10 minutes. Winner receiving full payout.
So two heavyweights here. I've had the opportunity to roll against Oakland a few times, roll against Cottrell a few times each week. Never a pleasurable experience, that's for sure, against either of these just absolute beasts. Cottrell played his college football at Sacred Heart. Oakland, former strongman competitor. So both of these guys, again. Yeah, if you couldn't tell.
A great back trip there from the Viking.
Just great strength, great athleticism from both of these individuals.
Point out that both of them are wearing rash guards from either Balance and Flow or from New York Hardcore.
Oakland with a little backpack grip as Cottrell tries to get to his feet. And yeah, Mike, with that being said, if anyone's interested in any of the rash guards that you're seeing today, definitely look up, New York Hardcore NYHC rash guards on Instagram. Go to the Balance and Flow Invitational page, or also visit Gorilla BJJ Academy on Instagram or Facebook if you're interested in any of the rash guards or gear that these guys are wearing here.
Yeah, nice takedown there by Chad Oakland. Really isolated the leg in a single leg, brought it up high into the armpit, and then hit the trip. But again, just like we've talked about before, Craig, these are some big boys. They take a lot of oxygen. How much is that exchange worth? I'd say if I'm a big boy like that, I want to be on top for the duration of the match, so maybe it is. But anyway, great takedown into the closed guard now of Ryan Cottrell.
Yeah, if you're going to start from your butt against one of these big boys, you have to be super confident in your ability to get on a leg or elevate.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're going to be losing a lot of oxygen quick.
Yeah. No, if I'm starting a match against one of these guys, it's going to be on a ladder.
Both Cottrell and Oakland competed at Men of War not too long ago. Cottrell had a decision victory. Oakland had a beautiful short choke victory.
Ryan in on
the
the arm.
rolling crucifix. Cottrell with the armbar attempt. Oakland able to get out.
Great transition from Cottrell. Again, you see that in these blue belts. They're chaining things together continuously. So he went for the armbar. Oakland looked to posture up, which exposed the leg. Ryan Cottrell intelligently rolling onto the leg. Unfortunately, not able to control it and ceding side control now to Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland did a great job there of keeping his hips forward, keeping the pressure on Cottrell. Sneak over to side control. Now they're going to reset in the middle.
Craig, Ryan's got to be careful here because he's kind of up on his side. You see how the shoulder's not on the mat? Oakland's a big boy. If he can get some of that weight underneath there, he can start to look to give wrap. There's a lot of back exposure here he's got to be very careful of.
Yeah, as I was just mentioning, Oakland with a very impressive submission victory a couple months ago at Men of War. Rolling crucifix from the turtle for the short choke. Very nice. And now here just crushing Cottrell, putting the weight down on him.
Yeah, Cottrell backs to his knees now, hunting the arm. Some good offense. Looking to step over the leg. It's kind of got like a modified bulldog going on. But again, the hand fight on the inside to control that wrist. I'm not sure exactly what he's looking for yet, but he's loses the bulldog leg. It's going to be incredibly hard for Ryan to drive through a man that size. especially extended like that on the single, almost off a failed shot, if you will.
Yeah, Oakland kind of keeping those hips low, bearing in on, keeping the weight on the head of Cottrell. So trying to get some. Yeah.
Ryan looks to step over again,
crucifix.
possibly into a crucifix, the
that
neck's exposed.
Controlling the left arm. Cottrell able to get back to Turtle.
Great hop over there. Bought himself some time.
And Oakland does need to be wary about Cottrell's ability to pop his head out and assume side control here. But again, he does have that right arm of Cottrell crucifix between his legs now. Oh, almost a fireman's carry.
Dumps him
able
forward.
To dump him.
You hear the crowd appreciate what
Cottrell able to turn the tables here. But Oakland on his side, not flat, trying to work those frames, post in the hip.
Yeah, Oakland doing a good job of starting to pummel in here. Ryan looking for the re-pummel.
Cottrell trying to get some posture here. Doubles up on the left wrist arm of Oakland. Now trying to maybe do a little Doris, but not quite. Also, Oakland still has his half guard hook, making it difficult for Cottrell to kind of get to where he needs to be there.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of arm to finish that Doris from there. Not that he doesn't have it, just takes a lot of arm. Ryan now settling into the half guard, looking to control the head and shoulder.
Yeah, at
possibly
this point,
escape that knee.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like he's comfortable just maybe grabbing a quick breath.
Yeah,
Just putting some pressure on Oakland, trying to regain his breath and then determine where he's going to go from here.
Yeah, I can't fault him. Both men breathing hard now. Again, diving that arm deep, looking to control the underhook from Oakland. Oakland might be looking to roll underneath of him. I can't tell what he's doing with his right arm. I think his right arm's starting to go underneath the left thigh of Ryan. Cottrell to his feet now, looking to establish the pass, trying to control the ankles.
Oakland doing a great job keeping his frames in, both using his knee shield, his hands, just making sure that Cottrell's not able to pass his guard. Cottrell a little high. Kind of tripoded up a little bit.
Yeah, Cottrell's very high here. I don't know if I like that if I'm Ryan.
Yeah, he does run a little bit of risk there of getting swept over the top, but so Oakland just decides to close up half guard. Cottrell still hunting for that Doris, but again with the leg trapped, not anywhere near it.
Yeah, Cottrell, if I'm Ryan, I'm not resting here. And I can hear Professor Jared Weiner screaming at me now. You don't rest in half guard, you attack. And there you go. That's why. You escape the knee.
And get the Doris. Ryan Cottrell with the Doris victory.
Very nice match from both gentlemen. Ryan Cottrell with the victory. A lot of people getting paid today.
195 pounds from Willoughby, Francis. And out of Evolution Grappling, Dave Echeverria.
So this is another mixed matchup here. Goffredo being a blue belt at Gorilla BJJ, Echeverria being a purple belt out of Evolution Grappling, Beacon, New York. Don't quote me on this, but I believe that these gentlemen have squared off against each other previously. I think Echeverria was able to take the match from Goffredo on an advantage point. That will not be in play here. This is sub-only. Nice double leg by Goffredo. Echeverria quickly putting him into close guard.
Yeah, Goffredo used excellent timing there to kind of create that level change, transition, get under. He saw Echeverria standing a little bit high and took advantage of it. Into the close guard now.
Kind of using the body lock there, not really your typical full guard. A little triangle up on the back by Echeverria. Goffredo trying to control some of the arms and frames there.
He's got to watch that arm. He's got it isolated. Yeah, and you can see Dave's no newbie to this. He's going to start to look to be very active from the bottom and throw up submissions. After all, that's the name of the game.
Might
in this
spin
format.
through for the leg there. To your point, I think he knows what he wants.
Goffredo's got to be careful not to get extended here.
Got to be able to shuck that leg over, trying to get there, but Echeverria able to keep his hooks in, elevate, trying to get it on a leg. Now Goffredo getting heavy. Goffredo opting to wear the Kyrie Irving Brooklyn Nets jersey.
I guess we're not in Philadelphia anymore.
Yeah, you're a long way from home, man.
Once again, you see Dave from bottom looking to isolate that right arm of Goffredo, seeing if he can create some offense off of it. Again, Goffredo's got to be careful of extending himself here. Leads in with the head, looking to pass. Dave on the bottom, still with the butterfly hook in. Looks to wrestle up. Putting Goffredo on his back now.
Goffredo posts. Again, Goffredo using the knee shield. No guard yet.
Yeah, using that knee shield to create some space. We'll see how Dave tries to address it from the top. So far, seems pretty content to kind of sit tight.
Goffredo with the collar tie. Echeverria clears it.
Dave now with a hard knee cut.
Echeverria with a nice pass there.
Yeah, Dave pummeled to the inside there and blocked the hip. Able to secure the pass.
Goffredo turtles up.
Now on the head arm.
Trying to go for the back. Goffredo blocks it. Cognizant of the triangle there. Good defense.
Yeah, good frames from Dave on bottom, using it to shoot through and get that underhook that he wanted. Again, onto the shoulder to isolate that arm.
Echeverria continuing to try to use that right hook to elevate Goffredo. Goffredo doing a good job of kind of sitting back on his heels, getting heavy.
Goffredo looking for the reverse knee cut. Nothing, denied again by Dave on the bottom.
Goffredo trying kind of an over-under pass here. Yeah. Kicks over his hip.
Somewhere in the world, Bernardo Faria is smiling. Yeah, if I'm Goffredo now, I'm going to settle this down. This has been a constant scramble. Dave's been very offensive for the bottom. I'm going to take advantage of this position and try to settle it. Not to rest, but to just make sure I secure the position and work to the knee cut. Again, Dave able to recover, get his butterflies in, and once again attacks that shoulder of Goffredo.
Yeah, I think that's a definite strategy in these sub-only tournaments. If you don't have a sub presented to, at least get heavy, make the other guy breathe hard. Maybe something will present itself a few minutes down the line. Goffredo with the collar tie on that neck. But Echeverria almost trying almost a electric chair type sweep. Abandons it. Now just kind of framing back.
Yeah, again, look for him to shoot this foot through and pummel that underhook in. I think he wants a deeper underhook here to get under Goffredo. Goffredo unable to clear the leg, the butterfly hook. He's not able to get rid of that shin. It's kind of stuck there, creating space. And he's got to figure out a solution for that to get in close if he's going to look for submissions, unless he's planning on dropping back on a leg.
Yeah, Echeverria doing a great job of keeping his knees close to his elbows, making sure that he's not giving up too much of that inside position. Now again, he has two hooks on Goffredo's leg, so Goffredo does need to be careful here. Just sits back. Staying heavy. Yeah,
both feet on the inside like that. Dave's able to get underneath, so Goffredo's got to watch for that on the top. Again, that arm is isolated. Dave constantly hunting that arm from the bottom to try to create some offense. Goffredo looking to step over the knee. Nothing. Referee Jimmy
resetting back to the middle.
Center. Great refereeing tonight from both men, too, from Wilson and Jimmy. Just to point it out. I mean, these guys are letting them fight. You know, they're fighters. They've got to fight. So often in tournaments, you see them get into an advantageous position, and for one reason or another, they stop it. And there's a great debate about how to reset them. The refereeing here at Balance and Flow Invitational, not such. Goffredo now, his arms isolated on the inside. Dave trying to attack that elbow from the bottom.
Goffredo once again trying the over-under. Steps over.
Very nice.
Into side control. Trying to shoot that knee through. Into the mount. Great binding under the leg of Echeverria. Really keeping them hips low, making himself heavy. Good control of the head.
Yeah, Goffredo's secured the position now. I'm curious to see where he goes offensively with this. Again, looking for the sub only. He steps over the triangle, but didn't have the arms quite isolated for it.
Echeverria has his frames back.
Yeah, Goffredo looks like he has a gas tank, man. I don't think he doesn't seem tired at all, despite being 7 minutes into this match. Still within the first 10 minutes for the full payout for both men.
Nice shoulder pressure by Goffredo. Echeverria able to keep his frames, though. Try to dig that right elbow right on the throat of Goffredo. Make sure that he's not able to kind of crush down on him. At least keep some space there.
Yeah, frames from bottom from Dave not really doing anything at this point. If you look at the one that's on the hip, it's flat, right? It's not a 90-degree angle. There's no structure. Big push away now. Scramble ensues. If you're going to establish frames from the bottom, you want them to be, functionally strong. Not something that's easily collapsible.
Echeverria able to turn the tables there. Good use of his hooks. Now trying to just press forward. Oh, Goffredo with a triangle attempt.
Goffredo now on the triangle. That elbow's still deep. It's going to help create some space from Dave on top. Not to say Goffredo can't finish. There's the tap. Very nice, gentlemen. Shout out again to the sponsors, Odd Jobs and Moving, Beyond Steel. Thank you for all your help with this. Ignite CrossFit, and of course, New York Hardcore Rash Guards.
Purple Belt 170, Michael Gardnett versus Sam Vorby. Michael Gardnett, a Bronx BJJ TAC team affiliate. Sam Vorby out of Dante Rivera BJJ out of Freehold, New Jersey. Vorby has been on a tear lately with competing. Actually has his first MMA fight coming up soon. Flex Fight Series.
There's two hooks in.
Vorby had a guillotine attempt there, but actually Gardnett was sneaking around to his back. Kind of a little scramble here to see.
Yeah, Mike looking for that leg drag now. Come up on top. So far, he's able to do it. The body lock's helping. Sam transitioning onto a leg, but can't control the knee line. Coming in with a hard pressure to put Mike on his back into the closed guard now.
Gardnett was able to sneak his leg out of there, but now has Vorby in full guard. Some hand fighting here.
Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
No, I didn't mean to step on your toes, Mike. You go ahead. You're the expert next to me,
Two
man.
amateurs. No, I was just going to say, just a reminder, purple belt match. Both gentlemen able to perform heel hooks. Everything's legal, more or less, other than slamming or spiking.
So Vorby also, I believe, recently competed in one at Fury Pro Grappling. So again, both of these guys very active.
Yeah, shout out to Smash Pass J and Fury. It's an excellent program. They've got the support of Fight Pass. It's been very successful right out of the gate. Some big names competing on it. Mike looking to come up from the bottom. Vorby reaching pretty far up to the face and neck of Mike on the bottom. He's exposing his arms, but he's hasn't been able to threaten anything from the bottom. You take advantage of it yet.
Yeah, kind of posting on the face and neck of Gardner, really trying to make him uncomfortable. But again, just needs to make sure in the process he doesn't overextend or overexpose a limb there.
Yeah, both hands in the throat now.
Yeah, with the money on the line, you know, no more Mr. Nice Guy for either of these people, right? Posting in the face, posting in the neck, whatever it takes to get that potential sub.
Yeah, if I'm Mike Garnett on bottom, I want to take advantage of that wrist control and try to use it to create some sort of offense here, make some space, make some movement. He's looking for that higher guard, trying to get his hips out to the side now. But again, Sam just so heavy on that head and neck.
Garnett with a very high guard.
You can hear the coach of Mike Garnett.
Yeah, despite the posting in his face, Garnett very active with that potential, trying to shoot up that high guard, but
yeah, again, going for the mouth, going for the neck and throat. Perfectly legal in this format. Not gentlemanly, but legal.
Vorby not really looking to pass, more so just, again, pressing forward, posting on the face and neck of Garnett. Garnett keeps trying to shoot up that guard a little higher, or maybe trying to think about sneaking through to the back.
Yeah, this match now nearing the 4-minute mark. Both men very active. Sam unable to break the guard of Mike Garnett.
So no longer full guard. Vorby steps over, swims over to the back. Garnett able to get his back to the mat. Gotta watch.
Yeah, Mike Garnett now with that deep underhook and half guard on the same side. Vorby trying to use a lot of pressure. Doing a little talking as well, maybe a little psychological battle there. Mike Garnett doesn't seem to be phased at all. Again, Sam's got the hand over the mouth again, just trying to interfere with the breathing, but hasn't been too successful in breaking that guard himself.
Yeah, I actually think Vorby may be getting a little irritated by the full guard of Garnett. But again,
I don't blame him.
Trying to stack Garnett. Well,
he's got to watch that.
Got away. It was not a slam, almost near slam. Just a little baby bounce off the mat there. Resetting to the middle.
All right, we have crossed the 5-minute mark now, approaching 6 minutes. So money is on the line in the next 4 minutes. Yeah, Sam Vorby again, looking to go to the throat, looking to go to the face from the closed guard. He steps up with the left leg.
But Garnett comfortable just retaining that full guard, looking to kind of pass over the arm.
Yeah, Mike now looking to take advantage of that leg. Sam keeps stepping up with his outside leg.
Well, a little bit of a back step there by Vorby.
There's the Sam in on a heel hook.
Yep.
Tap. Sam Vorby able to secure the finish with the heel hook.
Two matches left. We got brown belt 170 from Gorilla BJJ Stan Kavareski. And on the mat here from Ambush BJJ Sebastian Gallegos.
An absolute wealth of competition experience with both of these gentlemen. Just waiting for Stan Kavareski to get here to the mats. So 2 matches left remaining on the card, and both of these, I expect fireworks for both of these. We got 2 high-level brown belt matches coming up with.
Yeah, while we wait, another shout out for the sponsors. Molina Odd Jobs and Moving. If you need something assembled, lifted, you need moving done, give them a call if you're in that North Jersey, New York area. Beyond Steel, veteran-owned company, 60 years of experience in the industry supporting this. Any construction, concrete work you need, give them a shout. Of course, New York Hardcore for some sick rash guards, all available online. And CrossFit Ignite. Get in shape, become a better you.
Gallegos decides to sit. Each man with a collar tie on the neck.
Yeah, Stan doesn't like what he sees, pulls out. Yeah, Sebastian looking for that shin on shin, but his head's sitting far away. Stan should be able to take advantage of that. He's got the collar tie now to control the head and create some space. Sebastian, of course, with the hook in, the right foot looking for the hip. Now underneath.
Stan once again decides to step out.
Yeah, Stan settles him back now. Sebastian settle into a deep half. I can't see the left arm if it's exposed or under the leg. Stan with the hip underneath the head, not allowing Sebastian to settle. Little hand fight going on. Sebastian trying to establish the position.
Stan able to shoot through.
Transition to the back. There's a nasty choke there if he's able to get his right hand free. Come around the neck. This match well inside of the 10-minute window of being finished.
Kavareski with some modified back control here.
Yeah, again, that single leg control in the back is still a great position. Very strong, create a lot of pressure driving your hips in.
Gallegos was able to rip his shoulders back to the mat, resume his seated guard. Kavareski tries with the collar tie to get some head control.
Yeah, Sebastian transitioning now to that single leg. Abandons it, looking to regrip. Stand on top with good head and arm control here, looking to circle to the back again. Blocks the Granby roll.
Gallegos able to elevate.
Now in on the single leg X.
Stan keeping the weight in on his right foot.
I like that Sebastian's flaring the right leg out. You can see how it creates the hook behind the back leg, preventing the back step, or helping to prevent the back step as they transition now. Sitting back again, trying to isolate a leg.
Stan able to clear the right leg off the hip of Gallegos. Gallegos trying now to stack Stan up a little bit.
Yeah, again, Craig, you got to give props to the format of this tournament. What Wilson's done here has really generated some high-level offense in the first 5 minutes. These guys are engaging. They're active. Every single match is fireworks in the first 5 minutes. Guys looking to get paid and take advantage of this format. Very fighter-friendly. Balance and Flow Invitational catchphrase should be "get paid."
I hear that. And yeah, this is definitely, if you're a competitor, this is the rule set you want to compete under. You don't want to go to a points tournament where somebody's just holding you in mount or side control. If you really want to say who's the winner and the loser here, you want to do sub only.
It sounds like a little exchange of words between these fighters. I don't know if something just happened one of them didn't like. Stan now on his back. We're 4 minutes and 25 seconds into this match, so we're approaching the first hurdle for money.
Stan just doubling up on the head, going back and forth with the full guard.
Stan looked like he was trying to utilize that 2-on-1 from the bottom there. It can be strong control, at least for the hand fight on top. Sebastian looking to control the head, though. Get past the legs. Spins in. Again, both ankles are on the inside. This makes it tough to generate offense from him, hard to escape.
Gallegos being coached by Matt DeVovry of Ambush BJJ, who we'll see in the finale of the Balance and Flow Invitational. A little difficult to see here if we're in the honey hole weave type position or what exactly, but again, both hand fighting from both competitors.
Yeah, Stan trying to get on an ankle now as well. Both men escape the knee line. Sebastian on top again with the knee cut. Yeah, Sebastian doesn't have control of the head here, so I mean, Stan's in a good position to create frames and kind of keep coming up on his side the way he is. There's no serving the dish going on. We're 6 minutes now, over 6 minutes into this match, so we're in the new pay bracket.
Gallegos now getting heavy on Kevreski, shoveling the hip.
Yeah, Sebastian doing a good job in terms of controlling the position, at least getting that knee inside the hip there, getting heavy on top. His left hip looks a little high. He might be able to drop it lower, but I can't see the frames of Stan. Regardless, he's not hunting for a submission at this point. So in terms of the rules of the format, there's more to take advantage of as he transitions to knee on belly. Stan now with the transition, catches a leg. No knee line. He's got to fix that knee line before he does anything. He's unable to. Again, just pointing out on the edge of the mat. Referee's letting this persist. And he, just as I say that, Jimmy hears me and pauses the action, puts him back in the middle. Thanks, Jim, for making me look so cool.
Kevreski comes up on top, trying to clear this leg, but Kavreski doing a steel boot on that right foot, keeping that foot flexed. Both men kind of taking a momentary pause here to collect themselves, kind of see where they're at.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Stan look to hop over that bottom leg. The right leg of Sebastian's not doing too much in terms of keeping him from sliding over. Yeah, and you can hear Wilson passing some instruction to him now. He's got to be careful here as he starts to turn into him. He's got the boot on. He's in a safe position, looking to hunt his own. Just trying to make some small adjustments.
Wasn't sure if that was a little bit of a compression, Estima type block.
It looked like an Estima type block.
Estima.
Stepped over and rotated.
Stan Kavreski has hit those before in tournaments. Obviously a very quick and painful submission. We just hope that Gallegos is okay here. All right.
But again, a good match from both men. Great exchanges back and forth. Good consistency. You know, you've seen that in every match thus far. If I'm looking at everything right, there's only one match so far that hasn't had a payout because it's gone beyond the 20-minute mark. So these guys able to take advantage of the setting and the format and really push the pace and push the pursuit of submissions throughout
Even
the
more
entirety.
impressive when you think of the level of competition here. All these matches have been so evenly matched. So for one guy to be able to go out and get a quick submission,
Yeah,
really just
absolutely.
speaks to the preparation, everything else.
Yeah, these guys are certainly, and especially in the beginning, a lot of the blue belt matches we saw were high level. And when I say that, what I really mean to say is that they transition from one technique to another, to another, to another. They're able to essentially chain wrestle or chain jiu-jitsu together in this instant to continue to push the pace and look for openings. And that's what you see from higher level guys, right? The big transition between a lower level guy and a higher level guy oftentimes isn't necessarily the knowledge of technique, but the ability to transition from one position to another, one submission to another, and to have the understanding as you do so of where you are, where's your weakness, where's your strength, and take advantage of that. And I mean, the fact that we've had so many matches end in submission, it's because it's not the first attack and often not the second attack, but the third and fourth attack that's getting the job done today. So great sportsmanship from both athletes out there as they get them off the mat.
Gallegos back up to his feet. Sustained a little injury there on what appeared to be an Estima lock, but he's got some ice on that ankle, and so hopefully everything is okay with him. Once again, the winner here, Stan Kavreski.
All right, the final match at 170, Vol BJJ, Zach Malfernani. And at Ambush BJJ, Matt Overy.
So this is our finale here at the Balance and Flow Invitational. Zach Alfernani out of Vault BJJ. The school is located out of Morton, Pennsylvania. Alfernani also has a strong wrestling background. Not really being used here since Matt DeVovry decided to sit. Alfernani also had some success at the recent Fury Pro grappling match. And as far as the DeVovry head instructor at Ambush BJJ, located in Perth, Amboy, New Jersey, yeah, I definitely recommend checking both him and his school out for some great content, slick leg entries, back takes. And both of these guys, a lot of competition experience, been all over the place.
Yeah, Zach trying to settle on the top, looking for that lock. Hand fight ensues.
DeVovry able to invert and get out of there.
Loose reverse De La Hiva now from Matt on the bottom, looking to roll up onto that leg.
DeVovry kind of using that reverse De La Hiva hook there.
Yeah, he's trying to get that hook deeper, I think, to start to elevate Zach and get his weight up or forward. Zach again onto the ankle.
Yeah, Alpernani really trying to just crank on that left foot of Devovri, but no leg entanglement.
Yeah, it looks like he's deep on it, like the meat's there. It might be providing some cushion. The leg itself also isn't controlled. Still, 2 good attacks, and that's the name of this game. Falling back now is Zach onto the leg again. Matt doing a good job of escaping that knee line. Tucking the heel in tight against the body of Zach. Trying to protect and hide it. You can see how the heel's pressed against the hip. Makes it hard to attack there. Little reset. Matt's still sitting. Zach's still stalking. Enters into the knee cut position. Reverse De La Riva now from Matt on bottom.
Alpernani trying to crunch up Devovri there, get his legs out of the mix, which he does.
Both men now entering the 50-50.
Devovri going belly down. Alpernani trying to clear that knee line, and he does.
Yeah, Zach looking to come up in a leg drag, escapes, pulls back. Zach back to his feet. Matt's sitting in open guard. You know, Zach accepting the Matt's posture is upright like that. He's not trying to up. Now Zach's sitting to his back. It didn't seem like he was looking to put Matt's back on the mat before he started to initiate his pass or his attacks. Zach now entering butterfly. Double unders. Matt trying to use posture to get out. Pressure. Zach sits through, knee cuts, sets Matt down. Zach entering side control. He's got double underhooks too. He can really start to work and raise those elbows up here. Seeds it. Matt now with frames as Zach circles to north-south. Both men pushing the pace in this finale. Balance and flow, invitational, inaugural event.
And again, Alpernani with that wrestling background, really able to kind of settle in and knows how to apply his weight.
Zach now on the arm, looking for the isolation. We'll see if he attacks or uses it for position. He's looking to attack. Arms extended into the arm bar.
Arm is extended of the
Matt
but he's
able to hitchhiker through.
Hitchhiker and roll and escape. Absolutely, Mike.
Yep, 1-on-1.
Sorry for stepping on your toes there.
Yeah, we're stepping. We're stepping together.
Yeah, I think this is a first for the both of us, but we were able to get through this event here.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach with a diving pass. Again, to be young, athletic, not have every joint in your body hurt.
Also, for those of you at home watching on the live stream or wherever you're watching the live stream, the audience is in still full capacity here. Everyone staying around for the full completion of this card. Just been one solid match after another.
Yeah, Matt deep now on that ankle. Nothing. Matt was doing a good job. He kind of had a, I don't want to call it a lazy De La Riva because that's not a complimentary thing, but he was doing a good job of using that inside hook to start to elevate Zach. Zach able, of course, to use his athleticism and some technique.
And Devovri doing a great job of staying, calm and composed.
Yes.
Even though Alfernani is, obviously, it seems to be a little bit younger, driving forward, a lot of pressure. Devovri staying calm.
Excellent inversion there by Matt, coming up, not able to do anything with it, still kind of in a neutral position. But again, in this format, like we've talked about so many times on this cast, does it matter? It's about setting up your submission more so than it is dominating the positions. You can make an argument both ways. Position leads to submission, but let's be honest, guys are falling back. Zach now deep on the ankle. Matt able to slip it out.
Yeah, he's almost going for an Achilles type lock, but really out the leg entanglement, which definitely can work. Can be very painful, but Devovri able to escape.
Right. Yeah, you don't control that knee line, you don't control the hip. The other guy always able to, at least, well, not always, but more likely to be able to spin away or vertically control his knee line to escape that knee. Matt now on the single leg X, looks to figure four on the outside, crossing it over. This is a strong position from Matt. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. Zach already starting to pummel under and control the leg. Again, figure 4 cross.
Inside heel hook looked like on the rotation, on the roll. DeVoe was able to catch those toes behind the armpit, lock up that inside heel hook.
Yeah, very nice cap off to the Balance and Flow Invitational. That match, of course, too, Craig, ending in, give me a second while I pull up my timer, 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
Round of applause for all the competitors today. Absolute great display of jiu-jitsu, heart, toughness by everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you to Mike Wilson for hosting this, Gorilla BJJ Academy. I have to say, if you're up in this North Jersey, Mahwah area, come check it out. I got to be honest, it's gorgeous. This is an amazing academy. It's beautifully done and decorated. It's got a good core group of people. The Balance and Flow Invitational, the crowd was enthusiastic, energetic. Like Craig said, they all stuck around the whole time. Can't knock them for that. Refereeing was awesome. Let the fighters fight. Everybody's getting paid except for one fight on this card. That's a lot of money to dish out.
And all well earned. And definitely look forward to future Balance and Flow Invitationals in the future. Just the start here. Great academy to host these events. Congratulations and a much appreciation to all the competitors, the vendors, everyone who helped set up the venue, make this all possible, and for all the schools and instructors who had their competitors participate. So
yeah, if you're an athlete and you're looking to compete, Mike Wilson's not hard to find. Gorilla BJJ, of course, not hard to find. Neither is Balance and Flow Athletics. Go online, hit them up, reach out. If you want to compete, this is your chance to kind of propel yourself, to get paid, get some money, showcase your skills against high-level competition. I want to emphasize, too, again, you always hear about California being a hotbed of jiu-jitsu. You hear about Florida being a hotbed of jiu-jitsu. I challenge you anywhere to find something like in the Northeast. From Philly and Wilmington down in Delaware up to the New York City and the suburbs, you can't throw a rock in this area without hitting a world champion. So if you want high-level jiu-jitsu, it's here. Come here and fight.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Mike, and then that's the truth. I mean, Pennsylvania, great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu. New Jersey with Rutgers, great wrestling, great schools, same thing. So no lack of good competitors here. And yeah, certainly if anyone's interested, come up to an open mat at Gorilla BJJ. Professor Mike Wilson's always open to having guests come hang out, train, check out the facility. But definitely if you're interested in competing, you're interested in sub only, keep your eyes out for this tournament. Yeah. Feel free to jump in the mix, get some cash, get your name out there.
And one more shout out to the sponsors, Beyond Steel. Thanks for supporting this event. Again, if you're in the New York area and you're looking for any kind of concrete or reinforced steel work, 60 years of construction experience, veteran owned, always support veteran owned businesses. Get out there and hit them up. Odd jobs and moving, whether it's furniture assembly, full service moving, you need something lifted or just an odd job in general, these guys can take care of it for you. New Jersey and New York. CrossFit Ignite, become a better version of you, whether you're a kid, a teen, adult, you just want to get in shape, hit these guys up, Park Ridge, New Jersey, and of course, New York Hardcore Rash Guards and the Balance and Flow Rash Guards. I've said it a few times, I swear I'm not hawking it. They really are just phenomenal looking pieces. So get out there, support these businesses that support our sport, right? At the end of the day, we're looking at our athletes now hanging out, everybody's talking to each other. We're all in this for the same damn reason, we're all trying to do the same damn thing. So get out there, support one another. Congratulations to all our athletes tonight. That's all I got.
I couldn't have said any better. Great sportsmanship. Everyone having a great time here. We saw a ton of great competitors and great matches.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. All the best.